Today is Monday, November 28th, and you should be reading Zechariah 9 through 11 and 1 John 5. Now, I actually find these chapters super interesting. These are some of my favorite chapters to read because a lot of what Zechariah is writing in these chapters is filled with allusions and of Jesus, of what Jesus is going to do. I mean, it starts off strong and I think really clear. It says that Jesus will be, or that somebody will be riding on a donkey in triumph into Jerusalem. Well, we know Jesus did that in the triumphal entry in just before his death. Like, we know Jesus did that, man. Zechariah in these chapters is writing about what Jesus is going to do for us, and it's so cool. And you see later it says that it talks about the good shepherd and bad shepherd. Well, we know from the New Testament that Jesus is the good shepherd. And we're his flock. We get to be part of that flock. The New Testament is very clear that Jesus is the shepherd. And yet Jesus was rejected by Judas. We see that Judas, he betrays Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. I think we see that in Zechariah too. And it's really interesting that we can see all of this. And we know the New Testament, so we get to reflect back. The people Zechariah was writing to, they haven't met Jesus yet. He hasn't been born yet, so they didn't know. But we get to look back and reflect on that stuff. And it talks about the shepherd, and I think the shepherd is one thing I really want to focus on. Jesus is our good shepherd, and we get to follow him because we know him. And we get to know that he's going to protect us and provide for us just like any good shepherd provides and takes care of his flock. And I think that's so special to know that Jesus, he loves us and he wants us to be where we're supposed to. So he's going to help guide us and show us where that is and what to do. And so that makes me think, like, do we share Jesus with other people so that they get to join the flock? Because sometimes we forget that the joy of Jesus and joy of following Jesus is something we need to share all the time. And when we do, and when people hear Jesus and they hear how wonderful it is, sometimes they choose to follow him too. They get to join the flock. They get to join the family of God. And I just love this imagery. He's going to help protect us, and he's going to make sure we provide for us. And that doesn't mean things are going to be easy. That's not what it means. It just means that when things are hard, Jesus is there helping us. When things feel down and we feel like we hit rock bottom, or we feel like we just don't know what else to do, or if we can even do anything else, we have Jesus to lean on. We know that Jesus is going to help guide our lives back to where he wants it to be, and that's just so special to think about. So, and I want you guys to consider, are you sharing Jesus with others? Are you inviting others to join his flock, to join his family? Because if you're not, you really should be. And so I want you to think about that. And until next time, you are sent.